Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They font that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, somewhat be too who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane. Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I start feeling the pain. Out of the overflow, your heart, they say your mouth speaks. Well, my heart must be fucked up, cause I can't speak and I can't sleep. So I stay woke in this daydream. Got shit to do, got the world to see. Got the same crew, got some new fleets. There's an empire, fuck a boutique, that's real. I only say what I feel, got a new plate with the same meal. On a new hype with the same chill. Y'all too fake, I stay real. Got cast down from heaven, but I'm too good to stay in hell. I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, oh well. We ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah. Hey, yeah, whoa, yeah, coming at me like that, like whoa, yeah, coming at me like that, like whoa, I don't even feel like that, like whoa, you ain't even see my stacks, like whoa, we up on the sea, but that's my bow, coming at me like that, like whoa, coming at me like that, like whoa, coming at me like that, like whoa, coming at me like that, like wish that I care, but I don't, and I swear if you want, we can flow, coming ready for the smoke, murder she wrote, but I don't even dare, I got places to go, coming ready for the show, sacred the goat, we got royal affairs, we gon' win on the low, coming ready for the glow, you taking notes, have a seat, take a chair, you may think that we cold, coming ready for the snow, try to bear the weight, but it's too heavy, try to get away, but it's too deadly, gotta keep it sharp so we stay edgy, can I get ahead so we stay ready, coming at me, that's sad, that's joke, I cannot believe these lies, I'm woke, all that greed, but why you broke, when y'all need, come get your folk. I actually soar over these waves. When I get paid, I gotta know people to pay, places to go. Watch what you say, watch what you coming at me like that, like whoa. I don't even feel like that, like whoa. You ain't even see my stacks, like whoa. We up on the sea, but that's my bow. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like I sit back, I'ma go and get that. I just wanna give back, people call me Big Black. I just got my whip back, asked me when I got here, told her that I've been back. Brought a couple wins back, double cup of no act. I don't really have beef, but I'm still a Big Mac. And you know I got green, now we bridging the gap flow with me and my team. Cause we know how to scrap when you making a scene. Came up from the dirt, yeah I know my worth. No I will not sell, niggas gotta work. Do not kiss and tell, no I do not serve. But but I'll ride these waves. So get up off my turf.
I actually soar over these waves. When I get paid, I gotta know people to pay, places to go. Watch what you say, watch what you
Coming at me like that, like whoa. I don't even feel like that, like whoa. You ain't even see my stacks, like whoa. We up on the sea, but that's my bow. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like whoa. Coming at me like that, like closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies. You children popping mollies. I'm so intelligent, my honesty turned into philosophy. I go hard in the paint, the harder I play. Nigga, I'm like Harden on James, a problem to face. I don't wear my heart on my sleeve, just look in my eyes. Nigga, you can do what you need, I do what is right. I don't fucking want what you have, just look at your life. Nothing about it sacred to me, it's out of my sight. That just means it's out of my mind, it's not worth the fight. Nigga, yeah, I'm out of my mind, I'm out of my mind. Hey, you did what you did. Give a fuck about intentions. You can watch what I do. Just stay the fuck out my mentions. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Little kid, help me, please!
Reach up!
Yeah.
Reach up! Reach up and grab him! Reach up!
Don't let me fall, please.
No! Go to the fucking gym.
Swole nor myth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
What's going on? Beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes. It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you beaches. Welcome to the show, fam-wise. Welcome. Welcome. Come one, come all. Come make some sick freaking gains You know the word. We are only alone today. We're alone. We got no puppers today. They're getting cleaned right now. They're getting groomed. But hashtag sick fucking gains for a chance to win today's Swole card. And here's Tessie. There we go. There we go. We have the GOAT herself. Hashtag sick fucking gains for a chance to win today's Swole card. Thanks for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe. We're live on Rumble and YouTube, and of course, Apple Podcasts and Spotify. You can destroy your ear holes with Papa and the fam every single day. Let's get into today's episode. We got some merch to kick it off. This one's from Kristen. Appreciate the 5-star review. Rocking the deadlift shirt. Look at that. That's nice. That's nice. Very nice. Very nice. I love it. Deadlift is one of our top selling designs. Kristen says, I love the softness of the material and it fits perfectly. Damn right it does. And you look great in it. Fantastic. Good for you. Good for you. Looking good. Appreciate the review and enjoy the merch. Enjoy the merch. We got buy one, get one 50% off. So let's get into the tip. We'll talk a little bit more about what we got going on. And we'll get into some of those Swole fan posts. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right. So it's Thursday, which means if you don't know, if you're new to the show, we drop merch every single week. So we drop these on Monday during the accountability meeting. We got new releases. Every Monday we drop new releases, new merch, which is absolutely unbelievable because we have so many designs, but we don't stop. Save the BioTwat. Brand new design. Brand new design.
Are there any women here today?
Make sure that you're repping the BioTwat. New BioTwat merch. Save the BioTwat. Save the BioTwat. It's very important. And of course, we have the Swoller Vortex. Now, it was nice yesterday. The weather was changing a little bit, but it actually got really cold again today. Rainy. Today and tomorrow is going to be cold, and then the nips are back. The nips are back. They're coming back this weekend. Very excited about that. So looking forward to bringing the nips back permanently. Hopefully you won't get another cold front coming back. But Swoller Vortex until further notice. Still a little bit chilly. So let's get into some of those posts.
What's in the box?
Inside Swolenormous X, we got a brand new, I keep saying brand new. Let me just resize that. I guess I can't say brand new app anymore. We have an awesome app. And I guess it's a year or so, a year and a half old, whatever. It still feels new because we've been doing this for a decade or so. And the app was launched at the end of 2024. Right at the end of 2024, we did like a soft launch and it's been great since the start. And we're always improving, adding new stuff. So anyway, join us over at swolenormousx.com. Any posts you see from the community, anything we talk about, Swole season, Maximum Swole, yoga, nutrition, elimination diet, everything you need in one place. You don't have to go searching everywhere. There's tons of stuff, tons of information. There's a wealth of information out there, but it's just a hot pile of garbage because you have to sift through and there's more than ever. So you have to make sure you cut through all the noise, join the fam today, and we have everything you need in one spot. Swole fam, crushing it.
What's in the box?
We got this one from Marquise. Mark. Coworker says, I don't know how you're able to eat the same thing every day. I don't think I can do it like you, ... And then he says his lunch, and there's a box of Little Debbie honey buns. And I'm assuming, is he eating honey buns and bananas? No bananas and rice? No bananas and rice? Come on.
Matt Damon.
I don't know how you can eat the same thing every day. I don't think I can do it like you. Do you sometimes you're like, hey, my car's low on gas. Let me put some honey buns in it. Hey, my car's low on fuel. You got any leftover sugar? I don't feel like going and getting gas. You got some whiskey in your house? I could just pour it in the gas tank. No one thinks twice about putting the right fuel in their car. But then, of course, if you can chew it and swallow it, whatever tastes good, whatever you feel like putting in your face hole, just eat it and swallow it. It's all the same. I can't imagine eating real food. It's retarded. Diabetes speedrun. Okay, posted this posted this a few days ago, at least. Let's see. We got a couple more responses from What is Your Daily Approach for Mindfulness, which is pillar number 6. Download your free copy over at swolenormousx.com. Christopher says, meditation followed by some journaling. I found a list of prompts to help write my thoughts down. Very nice. And there are journals that have those prompts. You just respond, write 3 things that you're grateful for every day. You could write them down in advance. You can generate some prompts and things like that. And really what journaling does, it just downloads your thoughts and things that are on your mind, helps you work things out and get them off your brain. That way you can relax a little bit more. And you'll be surprised if you write things down a lot of times. First off, you're formulating coherent thoughts in order to write it down. And it's much different than typing it. It's much different than typing on a computer or putting in your notes on your phone. Do it by hand. Do it by hand. There's that connection. It really does help it get physically out of your brain in that sense. Helps you work through some things. John says daily meditation first thing every morning is my foundation to mindfulness. Committing to brain gains has helped me function throughout my day with discernment, abandoning distractions and remaining present. Silence and focus provide productive days filled with quality and purpose. You find holes in your excuses and remind yourself that each day are collective moments of practice and patience. I agree. Good stuff.
Are you not entertained?
Good stuff, John.
Are you not entertained?
An excellent post. Excellent. And we have one more from William. William says, I'm hanging with my boy and feeding him in the morning instead of dropping him off early at daycare for their shitty breakfast, followed by meditation. Good for you. Good for you. Get some good food and some time with Papa. I like it. I like it. I think a lot of people or kids nowadays, because they don't really do a lot of writing. I heard that they stopped teaching script in school. Is that true? So kids, obviously, everything's digital and iPads and computers. And we had computers when I was younger, of course, but it was like an Apple II GS or playing number munchers and shit like that. Then we had Oregon Trail and you have, Carmen Sandiego and early stuff. So it wasn't as functional, but you learned a lot of stuff. But the physical writing down, the physical connection to what you're doing. That's why I like to log my workouts and stuff physically. I like to write it down. And I also like to, if I'm going to journal and get stuff down, I like to write it down because of that connection. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Let's get into some for better or for worse. It's like a marriage, right? For better or for worse. Rate my meal. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Rate my meal. What do we got here? It's going to start off with Charles Bunton. We got a pizza. All right. Settle down. Wait.
I will rain down on a godly fucking firestorm upon you.
Patience. Goodness gracious, people. Swole fam is really aggressive when we get to rate my meal. The crust is made of ground chicken. Pork panko. What's pork panko? What's pork with a Q? I'm confused. You confused me. You had me at ground chicken and then pork panko. Are those crumbs? Like panko bread crumbs? Pork with a Q? I'm confused. Eggs and Parmesan cheese. The only carbs in this pizza are the thin layer of sauce and the cheese. Not a lot of carbs in cheese. There shouldn't be a lot of carbs because you get some lactose, but why would you have carbs in the cheese really, aside from that? All right. Well, Rufus is barking for whatever reason. But we have eggs, interesting. Ground chicken. You can make pizza with ground chicken crust. Of course, I wouldn't recommend this all the time, but if you want to have fun and you like to bake and you want to do something, fun like that, you can make it with actually real food. So what matters is the ingredients, right? The oils and how you cook it. And you can do it better. You can do it better than getting Domino's. Yeah, it takes more time and more attention. Pork crumbs. Interesting. All right. So better than getting something that might be made with a lot more stabilizers or, old decaying powdered ingredients. Yeah. All right. So there's an option. So, give or take depending, but it looks like a pizza. People be surprised if you make it with a chicken crust. It's very interesting. It's much more filling too. You don't eat that much because it's actually food. All right. David Smith. What we got here? That's such a tiny, teeny little container of blueberries. Look at the little blueberries. Is that cottage cheese? Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? What's that purple stuff? What's that? What's in the orange thing? Are those clementines or peaches or something in juice? I see avocado. It looks like you flayed it or something. Very slicey. And I got some steak. So I don't have anything wrong with this meal. I'm not sure. There's a lot of different things on it. A lot of different things in this meal. I always find it interesting how many little different things. It could be cabbage, I guess. That always fascinates me. I normally don't have meals like this in the sense that if I eat steak, it's like a plate full of steak and then it might be some fruit, or a plate full of steak and then some rice. I never do like steak and then, a little bit of this and a little bit of this and a cup of this and a cup of this and a cup of this and 5 different things. I don't do all the different flavor profiles. It'll be like 2 things. It looks good. I always find it interesting, all these different mixes together at the same time. But to each their own. So good choices, good stuff, David. Nothing wrong with that. Just observing the interesting things that people eat. And you don't have to eat the same combinations, but nothing wrong with those foods individually. Is that Pinkston? Hold on. Babe? Pinkston's free. She's like scratching at the door. All right, let's get another one here. Katya. Let's see, we got here yogurt. I see bananas, strawberries, protein powder. And look at this. We got A2 organic whole milk yogurt. There we go. All right. All right. Looking good. Looking good. Just ingredients, nourishing, real, natural chocolate protein powder. I don't know what else is in that, if anything, but it seems like a clean protein powder looking from the outside. You know, chocolate is one of those flavors that's pretty hard to ruin. You know, you can add cocoa powder and make chocolate flavors and stuff like that. You don't need to add a lot of, artificial stuff. Some of the other flavors that you're going to get, that's why they have to put all these different aspartame and sucralose and stuff, because to try to make it taste like strawberry cheesecake is like, how do you do that? Exactly. You have to add X, Y, and Z in order to make, trick your brain into thinking you're eating a cake. But chocolate's pretty simple with cocoa powder and stuff. So, all right. Nice little snack. Not bad. Not pretty good. Pretty good. All right. We got another one here. Kylie Carlson. We got beef or beef adjacent. We got some beef-ish. Got some cheese, eggs, bacon. Looks like some of those. Looks like a carnivore type person, but all right. Based. Meat, eggs, bacon. No complaints. No complaints. Miranda. We got some broccoli. Okay. We got some potatoes. And we got some steak. All right. Okay. Based. Based. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done. Eating good. Thomas Allen Elmer. We have chicken wings on... I'm assuming you're eating somewhere and you're not literally eating chicken wings on a newspaper. I'm assuming it's like some sort of wax paper or something that's pretending it looks like a newspaper, because that'd be really gross if you were literally eating chicken wings on a newspaper. So let's tie this up. All those sauces, tons of sugar, and who knows what the fuck else is in them. Vegetable and seed oils. You can get quality chicken and make your wings and bake them and stuff, but you're frying them and all sorts of shit. Who knows? So it really depends on the ingredients, but based on what I'm seeing here, I don't know. There's a lot of questionable things in this picture. I don't know. We were doing so well. I don't know. Ooh, that's what it's going to sound like later. All right, let's get into some questions. Here we go.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn. What the fuck is that?
All right, but most of those things are pretty good. Most of the things were pretty good. I think you would agree. Most of those were pretty good. Not bad for a Rate My Meal. We've had much worse. I guess we had donuts. Mark shared, but that was his coworker, so that doesn't count. All right, here we go. Gabriel Vital, super zoomed in. Oh, this is a great question. This is top of the line. This is very swolosophical here. Papa Swolio, why did the chicken cross the road? Obviously, to go to the fucking gym.
I am the danger.
Obviously to go to the fucking gym. That's absurd. Of course. All right, we got another one. What is your diet? I eat meat, eggs, raw dairy, fruit. Lots of steak, eggs, rice, potatoes, cheese. But whenever I do dairy, it's raw, and it's usually either goat milk or A2 dairy, chocolate milk, yogurt, kefir. I wouldn't say it's not carnivore, but it's carnivore plus fruit. I hate saying carnivore plus fruit. It's like I'm eating real food. So steak, meat, eggs, sometimes chicken. Not a lot of fish, but I'm not against it. We just don't eat a lot of it. But I like oysters and stuff like that. But in terms of carbs for meals, maple syrup, dates, honey, fruit, jasmine, white jasmine rice. We'll do potatoes. I think usually they're like Yukon Gold or something like that. Mama Swolio. Hey, you. Didn't. Hey, oh, good one.
Because.
Okie dokie.
Shampoo my crotch.
All right, fellows, Denise Fellows, and Papa Swolio. I train, drop your questions in the comments, hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. I weight train at 5 a.m. 5 days a week. Good for you. I'm trying to lose weight. Should I fast? You're trying to lose fat. Stop trying to lose weight. Everyone needs to stop trying to lose weight because then you're just stepping on a scale and you might actually be losing muscle. So the scale only tells you a small fraction of what's going on. So weight training, cool. You're very consistent, proud of you. Weight training should be a priority. Are you getting stronger? Are you prioritizing muscle growth? So stop worrying about the scale. It's your body composition. You want to be building muscle. You want to be getting stronger. If you're not getting stronger and building muscle, the rest does not matter. I'm telling you, it does not matter. It will solve itself. You're not going to build tons of muscle and get fat. You're not going to build muscle and get fat. So if you have extra fat to lose, you can be trimming down fat over time as you're building muscle, but it just takes time. As you improve your metabolic rate, your body learns how to utilize insulin and blood sugar and clean these things out better. You're getting rid of toxic ingredients and things in your environment. You will trim down body fat over time if you're managing your total caloric intake, you're training properly, you're not causing unnecessary inflammation and water retention and stuff like that. So stepping on a scale and wanting it to go down can be a trap. And a lot of times people are lifting, they're doing all this stuff. And if they don't see that number going down, if it doesn't say 180 and then 175 and then 170, they're about to blow their own fucking brains out. But if you're always losing fat and you're in too much of a deficit and you might be weight training, but you could easily be losing muscle. So then you're just using calories and using a little energy and okay, you're doing physical activity, but then you look the same or you maintain the same body fat composition. You're not building muscle, so you kind of don't lose that much fat. You kind of don't build muscle. You kind of lose, you kind of maintain, and then you flatline. You wonder why you're not seeing progress because you're trying to lose weight and you're sacrificing maybe your hormone balance. You're sacrificing carbs and calories and energy you need to build muscle. If you focus on building muscle and you're not over consuming stupid shit, you will trim down fat over time. So you're mind fucking yourself, as Mark says, if you're looking at the scale. The scale is going to tell you, hey, how much is whatever you're carrying on your body, water, air, air relative, like water, bone, everything. You drink a gallon of water, you're a gallon of water heavier. So you have to keep that in mind. And when you weigh yourself and how accurate your scale is, and then people are stepping on their scale and, oh, my scale tells me I'm this percentage body fat. Like that's not accurate. So stop worrying about that shit. Stop worrying about what the scale says. I want to know if you're getting stronger, because if you're not, then you're just losing muscle mass and you're going to still be soft and flabby, even if you're weight training. So you want to be making progress. It's not just about weight training. It's about making sure you're doing progress. A lot of women go to the gym, they lift 5 pounds. They lift 5 pounds up and down until they lift to mild discomfort. Most people train to mild discomfort. They do an overhead press and they're using pink dumbbells and they're doing this. That's fine if that's where you're starting, if that's like really hard, but doesn't matter what the weights are. And I'm just being hyperbolic there, but you see this in exercise workout classes. Women are holding the pink weights. They're going like this. It's not doing anything. It's literally not doing a fucking thing. That 2-pound pink weight needs to become a 3-pound purple weight. And then it needs to become a 5-pound black weight. And then a 10-pound weight. And then a 15-pound weight. And then a 17.5-pound weight. And then a 20-pound weight. Okay. And I know a lot of people don't want to train and track and stuff like a bodybuilder. Well, I just want to go in there and have fun and dance and move. I'm not saying Denise is doing that. I'm just going off on a tangent a little bit. But you do have to track. You have to track. And it's not tracking like a bodybuilder. It's tracking like someone that cares if they're making progress. So if you want to make progress, hey, what I do last time, I did 11 reps and I couldn't have done a 12th one if my life depended on it. Cool. Now I'm going to try to get 12 today. Now I'm going to do the 10 pounds for 13 reps. Hey, I got 15. Cool. Let me go to 15 pounds. Oh, I got 7 or 8. Cool. Let me try to get 10 next time. Oh, I got 9. Cool. Let me do it again. I got 10 the next time. Oh, I got 10 again. Well, maybe I need a little bit better recovery or whatever. And I got 11, 12. Cool. Let me go to 15. Now I got 6 reps again. Okay. Let me try to get 8. And it could be any rep range like that. I'm just saying. So if you're not tracking and you're not making progress like that, then I don't want to say you're not doing anything, but lifting weights without any intent of getting stronger. Lifting weights just to lift weights is like getting in a car and driving around and then coming back home. You just drove. Okay, you used gas, you drove around, but you didn't go anywhere. You just ended up back at home. You didn't do anything. So what was the point of getting in the car? That's my point. So when you're going to the gym, you're going to do work to get a benefit, and you need to make sure that it's actually structured. If you're going to the gym, and you guys know if you're doing Maximum Swole, it's one of our, probably I would say our most popular program next to the 90-day dash. And Swole season, I shouldn't say that. They're all popular. A lot of you guys do different ones. You go back and forth. But it's very intentional. It's very intentional with what your reps are. That's the whole point. You go to the gym. I am going to do this. I got 8 reps last time. I am going to do 9 reps. So you go into that set, you prepare and you warm up whatever you have to do to not exhaust yourself, but prepare for an all-out set to get 9 reps or 10 reps or do 5 more pounds for the same 8 reps. You don't have to do more reps, but you should be doing another pound on the bar or like a 2.5. So if you're just going to the gym to just do things and feel a little burn and feel like you did something, then it's like feeling like training. It doesn't matter if you feel like it. You need to be properly recovered and progressively overloaded. This is why sometimes you don't feel like training. You go and you have a great workout. But I didn't feel like it. So then you see the disconnect between how you feel and what the actual reality is. So then you don't depend on how you feel. And then once you realize when I don't feel like going and I have this feeling and I go, I usually have a great workout. So then it doesn't matter if you don't feel like going, and then you start going when you don't feel like it and you have great workouts and you make progress. So it's just that. You shouldn't be lifting unless you have intent behind the lifting. And if you don't have intent behind the lifting, it doesn't matter if you're training at 5 a.m. 5 days a week, you're not going to see progress. So that should be inspiring to Denise because you already have it locked in. I mean, Denise is doing great. You're getting up at 5 a.m. 5 days a week. That's fantastic. But now it comes down to, cool, you're already doing all that. You're planning the night before, you're getting up early. Like you're really disciplined and you're getting it done. So what I'm saying is let's make sure that what you're doing at 5 a.m. 5 days a week is literally getting you the most that you can. So you're not just wasting your time. You're not doing that for, I want to say you're not doing this for your health. You are doing it for your health. You're not saying like, I'm not doing this for my health. You are, but you want to do it with a result. You don't want to just do it just to do it. Right. This isn't you don't get a medal for being consistent. Like, oh, good for you. Everyone knows I go to the gym 5 days a week. Cool. And this is not towards Denise. So cool. You go 5 days a week. Do you want results doing that? Of course. You're not doing it just for no reason. So let's make sure that that's the focus. Good stuff. Really good. 5 days a week at 5 a.m. It's legit. All right, Cornholio, don't listen to the scale while actively going to the fucking gym. Listen to how you feel and stay consistent with protein, water, and going to the gym that shows results, not the fucking scale. Another question. Let's see, Cornholio. If you have a question and you dropped it earlier, make sure you post it again so I have to go hunting for it in case I missed it. Papa, if someone cleaned up just one thing in their diet today, what would give them the biggest return immediately? Cleaned up just one thing? I don't know. It's usually not one thing. I would say making food at home. That's number one. Straight off the bat, if you're making your own food, forget what it is. Let's just start there. And making your own food or making food at home, putting a frozen pizza in the oven doesn't count. Buying a pre-made meal, like, hey, I bought this meal from the freezer section. I threw it in the microwave. That's not what I mean. I mean cooking your food. So if you're making steak, you're buying a steak and you're salting it and you're making it. You're making burgers. You're not buying it at McDonald's. You're buying burgers or the meat and you're rolling it up, or you're buying pre-made patties and you're making it. Because if you're making your own food, think about it, and you're using ingredients, you're not adding high fructose corn syrup. You're generally, and you're like, hey, where is my safflower oil? Like, you're not going to have it. Hey, or canola oil. Let me just use some tallow or butter that I bought when I went to cook. So you're using single ingredients and real ingredients, and you're making it yourself, and you know what goes into your food. And it teaches you learn, but also you have control and you have proper ingredients. You're not going to have all the preservatives and stabilizers. You don't need that. You're making it fresh. So I would say the number one thing is actually just making your own food at home. I would just say to start, because one thing, it depends on what they're eating. Sometimes they're drinking tons of soda. It's like, cool. Then that person should stop drinking tons of soda. But then it's like, okay, it's make your own food. Can you make soda at home? Sure. You can buy sparkling water and squeeze a little bit of lemon juice from a fresh lemon or a lime. It's not going to taste the same as your synthetic garbage like your Dr. Pepper, but it's going to be flavored sparkling water. So, in other words, make your food at home, because you'll avoid a lot of the other stuff. And plus you're learning the skills in order, and it goes from there. So if you care, you should be making your own food. But I would say that's the number one thing, because it'll solve a lot of issues that people have. Because then you go, right? You're hungry, so I'm going to go and get food. And then you go there and you're hungry, right? You don't want to go shopping or go to a fast food place. Oh, I'm hungry. You have that impulse. I'll get that. Let me just get one of those. I'm so fucking hungry. And then you get really hungry. You smell it and you're standing there and people are eating around. You're like, oh, I'll take one of those. I'll take a number 2. I'll want this. And you just... So I would say make your food at home and don't shop hungry. Don't shop hungry. If you're really hungry, don't go to the store when you're hungry. Eat first, have a snack, order online, go pick it up, whatever. But don't do it when you're hungry. If you have food issues like that, if you have issues and you can't make good judgments, don't do it when you're hungry. I mean, I used to work out at a gym and there was a Publix right across the street. So I would go train, I'd go to Publix and I would get a lot of food, but I would buy like too much fruit because I'd be so hungry and thirsty. I'm like, oh, let me get a bunch of fruit. That looks good. Let me get that. Let me get that. But I wouldn't be buying garbage. But a lot of people, if you go to the gym and then you go to the supermarket right next door after that, my kid's in daycare, let me do this, train, and then I'll go and shop and then I'll go get my kid. But if you're hungry and you don't have good control and you don't know what you're getting, or you don't have a list or you didn't buy it and order it ahead of time, then you're going to go in there and possibly make bad decisions. Cornholio, that's a great answer. Notice the biggest difference making my own food at home. Tastes way better than that processed BS. Yeah, plus there's a pride to it too. And if you go hunting, if you're a hunter, anyone, you can understand how that'd be a source of pride, because you gear up and you go out into the woods, let's say wherever, and you go and you're hunting deer or whatever you're hunting. You kill it, you dress it, maybe you bring it somewhere to the butcher and they break it down. Like there's a memory, there's like an energy and there's a pride and like, this is the food that I went and I acquired. It's a similar thing when you go and you buy the food or you order the food. It's just different. You go and actually get the food yourself and you hunt it, you shoot it, you kill it, you tag it, whatever, you bring it back in and you process it. You're going to work, you're creating value, you're making money. That's your kill. And then you're going and you're trading it for someone else, right? In the economy. So making yourself gives you that kind of like, hey, I made this meal, providing a meal to yourself and your family, your husband, your wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is. It's very satisfying and it gives you a sense of connection to your food, which we lose because most people don't go hunting or fishing and stuff like that. So if you do, you understand. If you don't, you can imagine. But it's that satisfaction of accomplishment too. And a connection to your food. I think most people just don't have a connection to their food. Aside if you actually think about it like I do, like intellectually and stuff. Let's see. Sheena, a few years ago, I realized just how easy it is, or least, it's a typo, it is to make things I used to buy pre-made. Example, hot cocoa, honey and some Dutch chocolate and some milk. Made it for my kids for years. Oh yeah. It's really simple. And especially when you go and you look at the back of, hey, you like chocolate milk? I get chocolate milk. I get it's like A2 grass-fed and finished dairy. It's chocolate milk. It's milk. You get some organic cane sugar and then it's like cocoa and maybe some salt in it. It's delicious. And I usually get a container of the raw chocolate milk and regular raw milk or goat milk. And I usually split it because they make it really rich with the chocolate milk. So I stretch it out and like dilute it a little bit, but I'll top it off. I'll do like 2/3 of the chocolate milk and then some more additional A2 raw milk. And I love it after a workout, or sometimes I just feel like a glass of chocolate milk or raw milk. It's great. And if you look at the back of Nestle's Quick or something like that, or the powder, just look at the ingredients. There's tons of gross stuff. I'm sure they still sell it, right? Like Nesquik. Let's look that up now that we're talking about it. Let's see. I mean, who knows if they've changed it, but here's just like a thing that popped up. All right. So this says Nesquik strawberry. So let's look at this list. Maybe this isn't 100% accurate to every single one that they have, but this is one that comes up and you can use your imagination or look yourself. Ingredients: sugar, maltodextrin, polydextrose, calcium phosphate, cornstarch, less than 2% of natural flavor, tricalcium phosphate, citric acid, sodium ascorbate, ferrous fumarate, glucose syrup, gross, carmine color, polysorbate 65, gum arabic, oleoresin, turmeric color, medium chain triglycerides, beta carotene color. Well, thank you for that. Mixed tocopherols, zinc sulfate, thiamine hydrochloride, cholecalciferol, vitamin D3, may contain milk and soy. May contain some milk. Well, that'd be nice. That'd be nice to put some milk in that. Anyway, I would like raw dairy with some cacao powder and some organic cane sugar. Not bad. Not bad. But I would like much more of the milk and the cacao than the sugar. You can hold off on the sugar. Anyway, you don't need all the stabilizers. You don't need all the stabilizers. And of course, if you buy it like in a powdered form, you're getting stuff that has to sit on a shelf for 6 months or 8 fucking months. Or you look in the back and it says, hey, this will be good until 2032. Why? Why is it good till 2032? I don't want that shit. It's gross. Chase Flaming. Chase Flaming. Flaming.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
What kind of pre-workout do you use? Coffee. And I make my own pre-workout with different ingredients, citrulline and beta-alanine. I mix it before in my own ratios, electrolytes, creatine, stuff like that before. I've been telling you guys personally, like I don't mind eating before a workout. And if I eat before a workout, she'll have some protein, maybe a little more carb focused if I know I'm going to eat first, then train later. But usually I'll eat, do the show, do some stuff. So it's like an hour or 2 or 3 after I eat. I might have a protein shake or I might not. And I'll have some carbs during. So I have like my intra-carb mix with a little fruit juice and a little cyclic dextrin with creatine and my electrolytes in my big bottle. So I'm drinking while I'm training. And in the winter when it's colder, I'm not sweating as much. I just don't have that. I don't need as much as I do in the summer when I'm sweating bullets. So we talk about that a lot. If you're sweating a lot, you need much more sodium. So that's why electrolyte scoops, when you have it, most electrolyte products are designed for intense exercise. So if you're just putting electrolyte mixes in your water at rest, it might taste really salty because you just don't need that much sodium. So back it off, use a little bit less, or just put a little bit of salt. And then when you're training and you're exercising, you can up the sodium during and before. So, and pre-workout doesn't have to be caffeine based. Pre-workout is literally anything you have before working out. It could be a tablespoon or 2 of raw honey. It could be any number of different things. I've tried different things. So lately what I've been doing is kind of like what I've been doing lately in terms of I kind of have something that's pretty consistent that I've kept for a while. Lately, I kind of narrowed it down. So it takes a while sometimes. And as you change and as your needs change, you try different things. So Darth on YouTube, vegetable oil is cancer. Don't cook with it. Abby Sharp would like a word. Olive oil is the safest to eat with. Yeah, it probably is. The problem is a lot of olive oils and avocado oils are rancid. So you really have to be careful third-party testing the containers. You want glass or stainless steel or things of that nature. We don't use a lot of olive oil, but you definitely want to get a good kind. So I agree. If you're going to use an olive oil, you want to get a good one, and you don't want to cook with it. So if you want to cook, use beef tallow, ghee, raw butter. Tallow's the goat for cooking. And you don't need a lot. It lasts a long time. You get it anywhere too. Grass-fed beef tallow. Cerny says, raw liver an hour before I work out works great for me. Good for you. Liver pre-workout. Nothing wrong with it. Is this actually live now or is it replayed? Seems kind of weird. Well, it's definitely fucking weird. It's definitely weird.
How about I send you a hobo?
It's a weird show, but obviously it's live now. Now that you know. Terry, how often should I hit abs? They're sore, but I keep hitting them. Should I be waiting till they're no longer sore? Yeah. Yeah. If they're really sore, you just did too much when you first trained them, or you haven't trained them in a while. And if you haven't trained them in a while and you got really sore, it's because you did too much volume or a stretch position that you're not used to. So you just overdid it when you started training them. If you're constantly sore, you're not recovering. So it's getting less and less effective and you're risking injury or delayed recovery and so on and so forth. So I don't know what you're doing for abs, but it sounds like you're overdoing it. Maybe you're doing it, either you're doing it too often or doing it too often and too much volume or anywhere in between. So what are you doing for abs exactly? And if you want to prioritize your abdominal training, remember, you're not going to see your abs unless you get leaner, but you could do a couple sets at the beginning of your workout. That way you get the most focus and the most stimulus and you can load it the most. Okay, you do 1 or 2 sets and then you move on to other stuff. So you might just be doing too much when you're more fatigued. You're not really recovered, just beating them into the ground, because doing extra stuff, it's like any muscle. You just overdo it. You're beating a dead horse. Beating a dead horse. Chili con. Ooh, that's a great name. What a great name. Chili con Carnegie. Oh, I like that. That's a good screen name. I hate the underscores. You go fuck yourself with the underscores. You can go fuck yourself with the underscores.
Go fuck yourself.
I actually respect the name though. I respect the name. I disrespect the underscores, but I'll let it slide because it's a good name. So you're on probation. Are rest days necessary? Of course. So obviously all my, go to the fucking gym, go to the fucking gym, go to the fucking gym. Well, Papa Swolio, rest days are important though. You got a rest day. Yeah, but most people haven't earned a rest day because most people don't train enough to rest. Most people don't even go to the fucking gym. So I don't even have to worry about rest days for the vast majority of people. If you're on a good program and you're doing things right, of course, you need recovery. You need recovery. So it's not even a rest day. You just need proper recovery from what you're doing for training. If you do one hard set every day and that's it, I mean, you might not need a rest day, but your volume is so low, it's just a weird way to train. So you can get results in a lot of different ways, but frequency is very important and volume and intensity is very important. But if you do high intensity and you do high volume can't really be high intensity because you're going to be really fatiguing yourself. You just need more recovery. The more you do and the more intense you train, the longer you're going to need to recover. So if you're training intensely, which you should, you got to make sure that your volume is managed and your recovery between subsequent workouts is managed, because you have localized fatigue and you also have systemic fatigue. So you want to make sure that you are adjusting and balancing that so you can be consistent over time. If you burn out, you need weeks off, it's because your programming sucks. Thank you, Cornholio. Protein for the taint. Oh, he will be very, very grateful. He'll be very grateful for that. Appreciate the Rumble rant. Appreciate you. Ramo, 1999. What do you say about vegan diet and training? I think that is not ideal. So optimal is going to be different for different people. Whenever we're talking about optimal, that's a very vague term. So you hear like optimal training. But what's really optimal? That's really the goal. You're trying to optimize your training to get the most out of what you put in. So remember, optimal, there's a different approach. Optimal does not mean maximal, okay? Because you might be able to maximize your gains by doing things that might be less optimal. You might maximize your gains by pushing the fatigue a little bit more, by pushing the boundaries, right? You might maximize it, but there's more risk. So think about it. If you are, and just think about this, if you're on you heard the term, right? You're on a tightrope, right? You're trying to walk a fine line between training hard and overdoing it. And sometimes you overdo it in the short term. Like, oh, you overdid in this workout, you got really sore. So then if you don't adjust, you're going to wear yourself down. Like it's a fine line. So think about walking a fine line. You ever do those slack lines? So if you're at the beach or we had a slack line here when we first moved in. It was fun for a little bit and I got bored. But the slack line is cool, right? You're balancing on it. It's bending. You're like trying to stabilize. It's a couple feet off the ground. It's like 2 feet off the ground or 1 foot off the ground when it bends. Okay, not a big deal. The risk is more minimal. If you fall off this, okay, no big deal. You put that 20 feet up off the ground, risk increases dramatically. You're going to slip and kill yourself or break your neck or break your leg or break your arm. So how fine a line do you want to dance? And, when it comes to a vegan diet, you're just sacrificing the most fundamental proteins and resources that humans can easily digest. You're exposing yourself to tons of inflammatory risk and digestive issues and nutrient deficiencies. It's just a fact. Can some people do veganism better than others? Apparently. But a lot of times people build amazing physiques and then have this epiphany and they realize, oh my God, the food system, this and the other. They get brainwashed into thinking that eating vegetables all the time is the only way to do it. And then they kind of maintain a little muscle mass, but they slowly waste away over years. So a lot of times people that you see that are vegan, they built all that eating tons of meat and stuff like that. And then you can kind of hold on to the scraps for a while until you just lose any kind of like mental stability and physical integrity. You start getting injuries and stress fractures. It happens all the time. And I know I've done it. It feels good. It can. If you're eating shitty food or eating garbage quality meat, or you have a lot of issues, I had a lot of acid reflux. I was eating all sorts of shit. So I was eating more meat, but I was eating a lot of other crap, and I was drinking and doing all stuff. So I went vegan for like 6 months and felt great at first. And then everything just starts falling apart. You start feeling hungry and cranky and irritable, and workouts suffer and joint pain. It just didn't work all the time. A lot of anti-nutrients and a lot of inflammatory things. And plants naturally defend themselves with chemicals because they don't have teeth, they don't have nails. And I do gardening and planting all the time. Plants are sinister. It's like very passive aggressive. Like they'll go under, they'll steal resources, right? This plant, you plant it too close to another one, it'll take all the water from this one, or it'll overshade that one. And the other one's like, fuck this, I'm out. And it just dies, or it grows a different direction, or it attacks, or, it does different things, but it's same thing when you eat it. You start cutting trees and cutting leaves, and you have all these scents, and it smells, and defense chemicals that the plant releases. You trim the ends, and then it sends hormones out to stimulate growth or to warn other predators, and it warns other trees around it like, hey, we're under attack. And then other trees can react and bushes can react to one being trimmed. There's a lot going on there. So in other words, a lot of plants don't, just because it's green and grows out of the ground, this idea that, hey, if I eat plants, it's healthy. That's a weird thing. Hey, it's green, it's got to be healthy. That doesn't make any sense at all. So there's a reason why those things are pretty much inedible unless you cook the living crap out of it. And of course, like you can cook the crap out of these things, and it does make it easier to digest for a reason. So, and it doesn't mean that fruit is bad for you. I'm not anti-fruit or things like that. But if you're trying to avoid meat, eggs, chicken, steak, fish, dairy, it's like, where are you getting your nutrition from? Exactly. Where are you getting that from? You're going to be crazy bloated, and doesn't really end well for most people. Doesn't really end well for most people. And you can see this, like anyone that's really hardcore vegan, like their eyes are more sunken in, they look frail, their cheeks are all sucked in, their teeth are like yellowed and kind of like frail looking. It's not good. It's not good. Terry trains arms, getting back to the abs question. Thank you, Papa. Usually hanging knee raises, 2 sets of 10 to 15. You're that sore? Hanging knee raises are good. I like those, but you don't really get enough, you don't get enough spinal extension in many cases. But there's nothing wrong with hanging knee raises. What you might like is if you have a ball, or you have a GHD, you have like a rounded surface, and you can hold on to something with your hands. You can really get a stretch, let your hips drop with your legs straight or your knees bent, and your lower back, you get into nice spinal extension, and then you round and curl, because it's spinal extension and flexion. Sticking your legs out straight and coming all the way, like that doesn't really matter. That's just more torque. It's like having weight. But what you really want is you want spinal extension and spinal flexion. Stretch from the top, or you can anchor your top and raise your legs up. Nice and slow and control. And a little bit goes a long way, because I did those the other day, and I started doing some more abs on certain days. And I've been so fucking sore because I haven't done this one exercise in a while, and I overdid it. I sent it a little bit. I did a couple negatives, and I'm like, my abs are so fucking sore, like all the way up, like the origins, the insertions, all the tendons. It just hurts like up to right under my titties. Oh, I'm sore. So 2 sets, 10 to 15, you're really doing good. Maybe you only need 1 set, or maybe you leave a rep or 2 in the tank. Like you don't go until it absolutely roasts you. And then as you build up that tolerance, you're going to be less sore. So how long have you been doing this? 2. If you did 2 sets of 10 to 15, you were sore, let it go for like a day or 2. You're no longer sore. Then do another 2 sets of 10 to 15. Like you're not going to be as sore, and then it's going to go away. But if you're doing it every day, it's trying to recover, and you keep on beating up a damaged muscle, so to speak. Okay. Let's see. Cornholio, I have a pescatarian friend. I think it's dumb. I convinced him to at least eat eggs. That's great. Look, if you're a vegan, aka like if you're full vegan, you're not eating eggs. But if you're vegetarian and you have eggs and you have some cheese or dairy, I mean, you can get plenty of nutrition. It's still better if you're eating more animal products, in my opinion. But, you know, just getting some eggs in there makes a huge difference. Have you seen videos? How many of you have watched those videos of vegans? Have you guys seen those of vegans eating steak for the first time? Or you say you watch a video of someone eating steak for the first time in 8 years or 10 years. Have you seen those videos? People almost cry. Have you seen, I'm not talking about any ones that are like fake, but there are a lot of videos where I haven't had steak in 5 years and 8 years, and they're record it, and people like literally almost cry because the flavor is so overwhelming and the nutrition is so overwhelming. You have so many receptors in your mouth, and it's just like, it was almost, you watch people almost get euphoric from the rush of nutrients. Yeah, go look up those videos. It's, people get emotional because it's just like, oh my God, I haven't had food in fucking years. All right, let's get into some balls deep, shall we? Let's go. Let's do it.
That's deep.
All right, join the fam over at swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today. Get access to everything we have to offer, all the programs, the elimination diet. Of course, we walk you through all of that. How many of you are doing an elimination diet right now? A lot of you are, you're kind of always on it after you narrow down what foods work best. But is anyone doing like a strict elimination diet right now? Maybe if you're a new member, you're doing it. Most of you have done it in the past. Anyone on like a legit, anyone doing the elimination test right now? Oh, the coffee is gone. No more. All right, let's do this one. Yeah. That one's funny. We'll do one last. Okay, this one's called White People. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of white people. I'm so tired of white people. Anyone else? Anyone else tired of whitey? My God, they're everywhere.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
God damn. Fuck whitey, man. I'm so tired of white people.
So white people, this could all go away.
Yeah.
This could all go away.
Is she swimming? Is she doing? Good for you. Good for you doing a triathlon. Good for you. Good for you. This was recorded right before the swim. Look at you. Good for you. Good for you. See? Even racists work out. Look at you getting ready for a swim. I love it. I love it. I love it. Swimming is great cardio. It's great.
So white people, this could all go away. This could all go away. Me and my people, we can make this all go away with this.
You're going back to Africa? Say less. Let's go. Now, you can do whatever you want. That's why it's a free country. You can go. Like I've been saying, deport anyone that skips leg day. Let's fucking go. All right. Cool. You could all just go away? I'll have a Coke then. Get it? Come on, someone knows that joke. Okay. I'll have a Coke. Okay. Nope, too soon?
Snap of our finger.
Inconceivable.
Okay. All right. Let it run. Papa, let's play the video. Let it run. Stop pausing it. Okay.
Me and my people, we can make this all go away with the snap of our finger. With just the snap of our fingers. And you've been trying to figure out how you can get us to get up off our feet.
And get a job?
And get off our ass and help you with this country. Oh, it's so simple. I have the best solution.
Is it the final solution? Dun, dun, dun. Okay.
I work with retards.
Continue. I want to hear about this solution.
The only solution.
Say final solution. Say it.
If you want our help, and you want this country to stop circling the fucking drain, you have to give us reparations.
No.
Yeah, I said it. I said the hard R word.
Oh, I can say the hard R word too. Is that what you want? You'd love that, wouldn't you? Nope. I'm taking that word back for the white man.
I work with retards.
Oh, you mean that one? Well. The hard R. Reparations.
Reparations. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, the slave owners got reparations and my black ass did it. How about that? You give us reparations and we'll have this shit done in 48 hours. That was all.
Bitch, we give you reparations. This shit's gonna look like 28 fucking days. All right? This is gonna look 28 days later in like a fucking week. So we're not doing that. Yeah. Yo, whiteys, you give us reparations hard. We have this shit done in 28 days. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Africa's had 28 fucking centuries and it's still Africa. I mean, I don't know. Is that what we're talking about here? Where are the case studies? Where is what do we call it? Where's Wakanda at? You know, the only like, if we're going to play this race card, the only like, I don't know, black technological superpower is in a Marvel cinematic universe. So what are we talking about? What are you going to fix in 28 days? What's it going to look like? Baltimore? We'll have this city all looking like Chicago. Yay. Look, I'm all for you getting a job and I'm all for you actually contributing to society, but only if we get paid money that we didn't earn. Only if you give us free shit. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Go fuck yourself.
Absolute racists. Or you can just get a job and go to the fucking gym and not be retarded. How about me? I'd like some reparations. How about me getting reparations? You know, my descendants or my ancestors, I mean, came over on the Mayflower. Do I get reparations because they, you know, my peoples they left Europe because they were being persecuted in X, Y, and Z? Whatever. Yeah, good. Yeah, no one's getting reparations. What do you think? Like Section 8 housing? What do you think all these entitlement programs are? That's not reparations enough? Free money? Been handing out billions and billions and billions of dollars. Plenty of reparations have already been given. You mean money for shit that you don't deserve? You mean money for shit that you didn't earn? Yeah, we've done a lot of that. A lot of people have gotten a lot of that money. A lot. You want us to help with this society? If you don't want to help, then don't help. Doesn't hurt any. I mean, it hurts everyone, but yeah. Don't threaten us with a good time. Don't threaten us with a good time. You know, people that are not productive in society could literally disappear back to whatever country they want to go to and no one would lose a wink of sleep. None of this. If you're not productive, then no one's going to notice anyway. All right. Make an AI replacing you a lot easier. So imagine making a video like, you need to give us money for nothing. No. It's so weird. It's really hard to imagine thinking that way. But I guess you've been brainwashed by your parents and by society as like anything that you can do or say is justified because, I don't know, someone hundreds of years ago did something. Cool. All right. Okay. Well, can't force anyone to be valuable to society, unfortunately, but, you know, do what you want. And you have the right to say those things. So enjoy it. We'll do all the work. Breakfast. This one's called Breakfast, which this individual certainly does not need. It says on the text at the beginning, it says, mood. We have a McDonald's haul for breakfast mood.
What's your name, fat body?
What's in the box?
Mood, you guys. Today for breakfast, I feel like eating a little snack. So I got McDonald's. Let's see what we got. So starting off strong, I got one McChicken, two McChickens, a spicy McChicken, and then I got an apple pie for dessert. And then I got a double plain cheeseburger. And then I got 1, 2.
Do you guys know this guy? I've never seen this person before.
4 orders of the 4-piece nuggets, you guys. Oh, that is 16 nuggets.
People.
And then, you guys, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I got a 13 count of cookies, you guys, chocolate chip. I love these cookies. And then I got all my drinks. Remember, balance is key, so I got orange iced and blue Powerade. And then for my dessert, I got a regular sundae and a chocolate fudge sundae, you guys. Mood, if you want to see me eat all this, go on to the next video.
Mood. I hate these fucking words. Mood. If you want to see me eat all this, guys, watch the next video. I'm going to stuff this in my fat fucking hole. Yeah.
That gorilla has seen the city of Zinj.
All right.
Because you are a disgusting fat body.
Gross. But then I'm the mean one because I said he's, it's a disgusting fat body. Oh, you shouldn't say that's so mean. That's not accepting of you, Papa Swole. No, it's not. Why would I accept that disgusting fucking troll? Disgusting behavior. And I'm the rude one. I'm going to be the rude one because I don't think you should glorify being a fat, disgusting fuck. Let's see this. Speaking of censorship, right? You guys say, is censorship over? What would you guys say? Would you guys say censorship is over? What would you guys think? Censorship is over, right? Trump is the president. It's over, right? There's no more woke shit. Everything's fixed. Everything's over. Everything's done. Well, that is not the case. So I don't know if you can even see this on the screen. Maybe I could zoom in. Let me see if I can pop in. Yeah. Hello. Or maybe I'll do this one. So can you see this? Look at the top. Let's see, right here. You guys see this? Okay. All right. Hold on a second. You're not gonna be able to read it. It doesn't really matter. All right. Let me see. All right. You guys see this video right here? Okay. So this is last night. I decided to post a sleep video, and I wanted to post a video of the ice shirt, the I curl every day. So I posted it, and of all the videos I posted, right? And it's okay. And then right here, it says it's grayed out. Why is that video grayed out? I'm like, I posted the ice shirt. I'm like, oh, okay. It says ineligible for recommendation. I've never gotten that alert before. Ineligible for recommendation. So it's got some shares. So it must have gotten flagged. Someone must have complained, and now it's ineligible for recommendation. They can't recommend the video. This is the video. Let me see if I can play it.
It's time to go to bed. Oh, but Papa, I want to go see Beast. Oh, you're not tired? Oh, you want to scroll on the interwebs? But I'm watching my Netflix. Fuck your Netflix. Put the phone down and go to sleep. I caught you scrolling.
Ineligible for recommendation. But everything else is fine, right? The Quality Lifting Center is fine. Everything else is fine. ineligible for recommendation. I wonder why. I wonder why. I'm going to post it again tonight. Shove it down your throat. So it's still loud, still very, 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 very present. Okay. Just so you guys know. Just thought it was funny. Let's do one more video and then we'll do a funny one. We got a throwback. All right. Hashtag sick fucking gains for a chance to win today's Swole card. This one's called Jesus Would Be an Escort. Oh, God.
If Jesus were here today, he would be a clinic escort, distracting women from the hatred of the protesters. Or an abortion doula, holding women's hands and offering support and love as they end their pregnancies.
This is so painful to listen to. This is so fucking... What the fuck is happening in this video? I don't know where this is from. What the fuck is this garbage? Fucking
Now
women.
what do you say if we form a new club and call it the He-Man Woman Haters Club?
And I expect he would have a stern word for self-righteous legislators who use abortion as a political issue rather than showing compassion for the people seeking abortion.
I love it. I love it. You're so hateful. I thought you would be compassionate. Compassionate to help people kill their babies? I don't know if you know that word means.
Today, on this Rose Sunday, I wanted to share some of the stories we have collected because these are the sacred stories of women's lives. If Jesus were giving his sermon today, he might also have said, "Blessed are those who end pregnancies, for they will be known for their loving kindness."
This is nauseating. Sorry about this, fam. I didn't realize how fucking evil this was. Jesus Christ. Ironically. Shouldn't use the Lord's name in vain. Well, what the fuck else am I going to say? All right. Where do you even begin?
Blessed are those who end pregnancies.
Blessed are those who end pregnancies. Bro.
For they will be known for their loving kindness.
Loving kindness. Let me just get this fucking clothes hanger up there. Helicopter, helicopter. Loving kindness indeed.
I have been pregnant 4 times. I have had 2 abortions, and I have 2 amazing children.
Inside thoughts. Inside thoughts. Jesus Christ, no wonder you're so fucking angry. That's not a flex. Not a flex. Not a flex. That's fucking...
I have had 2 abortions, and I have 2 amazing children. Each of my reproductive decisions to have children and not to have children were sacred decisions.
Keep telling yourself that. Trying to convince... The only person she's trying to convince is herself. We all know this. We all know this kind of like, yeah, reproductive decisions. Sure. Sure. How many times do your reproductive decisions wake you up in the middle of the night imagining the children that you don't have? You have 2 lovely children. You know you got a couple table settings missing, and you feel it every fucking day, and I feel sorry for you.
Because they reflect the moral responsibility of reproductive power that is part of our inheritance as human creatures.
Moral responsibility. You do not know what that word means. You do not know what moral responsibility is. It's like the exact opposite of moral responsibility, isn't it? Isn't it?
Each of you has a reproductive story. And given that 1/4 of American women will have an abortion by the age of 45, I imagine some of your reproductive journeys also include abortion. Blessed are those who end pregnancies.
Hold on, I can't roll through that for a second. I guess this is the definition of fucking audacity. Is that? Did anyone else's jaw just drop while you're watching this? Hold on a second. It is after all these years, it is shocking what comes out of some people's mouths. How can you just say, what are you talking about? Who is listening to this? Is anyone else just like, and we've seen some shit. And we fuck around and joke around. This is like, wow, that's a little bit, I did not expect to be that. Just completely unabashedly, I don't give a fuck.
Journeys also include abortion. Blessed are those who end pregnancies, for they will be known for their loving kindness.
Is that a sound? What the? I don't even know if I would want to hear that again. Holy shit. It got worse. It got worse after I kept playing it. We got to do it again.
For they will be known for are those. Blessed are those who end pregnancies, for they will be known for their loving kindness.
You guys understand what like doublethink is, right? 1984, holding two conflicting ideas in your head at the same time. How can you say that and just contradict yourself in the same sentence and say it with such authority that you think it makes any fucking sense? Mark says, please don't soundboard that. Yeah, I saved it. I mean, I put it over here, but I just because it's so, no one wants to hear that. That's so insane.
Who end pregnancy.
I know, we're doing it again.
Blessed are those who end pregnancies, for they will be known for their loving kindness. Reimagining our theological understanding of abortion is essential to addressing the violence that is being done to people across the country in the name of Christianity.
It gets worse. It gets worse.
It is essential to addressing the violence that is being done to kindness. Reimagining our theological understanding of
reimagining revisionist history, reimagining religion if it was absolutely fucking evil, reimagining it completely backwards and inverted. Imagining this if I was an evil cunt, this is what I would say. Wow. We have a funny one. This is just bad. This is sick shit. And I mean, there's so many layers to this, right? You're in a church, you're giving a speech, and she's saying it. If you're just listening, she's saying it, but smiling and looking around. This is wild stuff.
Abortion is essential to addressing the violence that is being done to people across the country in the name of Christianity.
Yeah, we're addressing the violence by killing babies. We're addressing the violence. It's violent to not let a woman kill her baby or to not recommend it or discourage it. Don't try to make sense of it. It's not supposed to. That's the whole point. But it's said with such authority. You think it makes sense. And people go to these churches and just like, whatever this person says, smile, just smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Okay.
In the face of the rampant reproductive injustice in our society, what does God require of us? Amen.
And it just ends randomly. It just ends like that. There's no point. There's no coherent message. It's all it all contradicts itself. Yo, that is, let's push on, right? Let's go. Let's just, you guys can drop your thoughts. I have nothing. I don't even have rage on that. That's some sick fucking shit. I don't know the details. Protestia, I guess it's a Spanish church. Where is that? I don't know. That's bad. That is some evil shit. That's sick. That's fucking sick. That's fucking sick.
No need to stop being a lady. Quit worrying. You'll be back on your knees in no time.
Yeah, that kind of I think that threw everyone for a loop. And we expected like a bad video. I'm like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. Like, what do you say when someone's so just that? But again, it's not supposed to make it's not supposed to make sense. That's the whole point. It's not supposed to make sense. It's confusing, it's ideological, and it doesn't make sense, which is why there's no argument, which is why you make fun of it or you address it and then they get angry. You're a hater, you're this, you're another, you MAGA, you're a white person. Because there's no substance to it. It's just completely contraindicative, evil jibber jabber. It's just a couple key phrases and stuff sprinkled in. It's not supposed to make sense, which is why it's infuriating. Because not just the blasphemy, but it's just disgusting. This makes Abby Sharp look like a fucking saint. This makes her look, that made Abby Sharp look intelligent, which is, I mean, come on.
You can't be at least mildly interesting. Then
It's impressive.
shut the hell up.
It's impressive.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
Borat, I do not know. Duct tape, I would say. A fist. A good solid fist. But there's repercussions to silence a woman in that way. I don't care if it's a man, but ladies, those of you with bio twats, please. Swole sluts, step up. Ladies, keep carrying the torch for logic and common sense, please. We're losing many bio twats. Another bio twat bites the dust. Send in Cerny to straighten that shit out. All right. Cringe. That hurts. That hurts my brain. Sick fucking gains. SFGs, drop in the comments. That was wild. This one's called Rat. And it's probably not what you expect because
What's in the box?
Why would you expect this? But don't worry, it's not whatever that video was. It's probably worse.
This is a dead rat that I've put a zipper in its spine. You can open it up and store stuff in there. Googly eyes on him as well. And also, there's a little bit of something fun. A twist, if you like. A pencil sharpener up its arsehole. So you can twist that round in there. Show it you nice and close. There. I'll do you a video for your friends and family if you like. Have a look at my cameo. Look at this.
That'd be nice.
This is a guy's head that I made. And inside of that I've put most of a dead baby bird.
Nice.
Took its organs out and that, tasteful. It's still got its eyeballs though, you can see there.
Oh, there you go.
These are the eyeballs.
At least you kept
though,
those.
the rabbit, different eyeballs. And this
Solid.
is fox fur.
Mm-hmm.
This here
Oh,
is
that's
a fox's
fox.
head.
Got it.
That I've made into a glove puppet.
Oh, look at that.
It's got a bit of a squeaker in
There
there.
you go.
Well.
Oh,
I've
you're gonna
got all
love that one.
sorts, mate. I even used the organs. Like, look at this. That's a baby chicken's heart in a dinosaur, little Stegosaurus. I've also got Stegosauruses with eyeballs in which I call the Stegosauri. I've got all sorts, mate, that you might like. Even magnets with pictures of dead animals on that I've made over the years.
I want to party with you, dude. Aaron would like a word. Aaron likes your technique. And check your DMs. Okay. I feel like Aaron just did the wherever, if Aaron's watching this, Aaron just did like the the Leonardo DiCaprio meme. Aaron just went like, there it is. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's what I could do with all the heads and skins. I could shrink them. I feel like Aaron's going to get into that. He's going to get into like the head shrinking, right? Like the little pygmy heads, like, you know, you shrink it down. All right. Wow. Scottish Jeffrey Dahmer. Still less disturbing than the last. How was that video less disturbing than the previous one? I thought it was going to be, I remember the beginning. I thought it was going to be a little bit funnier. That was disturbing too. We're not ending strong. Not ending strong. We do have a throwback, so let's get into the Swole card, and then we'll try to bring this all back around, shall we? Okay, Swole card time. 6 fucking games, and we have a throwback. Let's give it away. Come on now. Who's making gains? SFGs. 6 fucking games. People are not happy. People are not happy in the comments. Everyone's like, these fucking people are sick. Absolutely sick. Sick fucking gains. Trying to land on it. Sometimes I feel like I didn't promote the Swole card enough. Oh, we got this. All right, we're going YouTube today. Terry trains arms. All right, all over the Bandcast today. Congratulations, T-Bone. Terry, I think you're making sick fucking gains. We all think so. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3563 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. Terry's been turning out and making those gains. Appreciate you. And Terry should train arms consistently. Maybe that's your new name, right? Terry trains arms consistently. Terry does the 7 pillars. Terry trains arms twice a week. Unless your arms are so absolutely jacked, you just need to train them sometimes. So in that case, it's all good. But you might want to train it a little bit more consistently than sometimes. Just saying. Make those gains, bro. Make those gains. Yes, first card. Very nice. Congratulations. Excellent. All right. Well, do that. Email Swole card 3563 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email, and we put you on the list for this card. And we got a bunch. I know a bunch of you are waiting for things. I know. It's terrible thing, but sometimes you got to be patient. You get these cards out and you got the weather. It's raining, it's snowing, and Joe never sent out Swole cards. I send the Swole cards. It might be late, but Joe never sends out Swole cards. He never sent a Swole card. I send out Swole cards. All right. So let's do this. Throwback time. Throwback.
Come on, man.
All right. Biden's still catching strays. Here we go. 585.
The most unhappy kinds of fat people or former fat people.
Bullshit!
People that have lost a lot of weight, that spent some of their life fat, maybe a lot of their life fat, and are not fat anymore. In my experience, those people never get to a point in which they're happy with their body. They never get to a point in which they've reached the right weight and they feel attractive. They feel like they've made it. They can be loved now and they can have the kind of life that they want. It just doesn't happen.
Shut up, bitch!
And the thing that does happen is that they realize that it's unattainable. So when you're fat, you can kind of like have this myth of what it would be like to be thin and have all these like thoughts that if you got thin, then you would have this, and that. You would have a relationship and you would have a job and you would have love and you'd have good sex and you'd have a body you could show off.
Yes.
More times than not, in my experience, people that lose a lot of weight don't get those things.
Hey, loser!
Oh, boy. All right, fam. Thank you. Thank you for being here. We do have another amazing Mancast tomorrow for Fef. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you, Beaches. That was horrifying. Of course, go make some sick fucking gains. Wish you the best. And thanks for being here, banging your ear holes. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe on the way out, share the show with your friends. 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And of course, we got buy one, get one 50% off. Today, I got the all I want for Christmas is sick fucking gains. Wait, where is it? Look at those nips. Right there. Look at those. Look at those nips right there. Look at those nips. We also have flags. We have all the stuff. We got new releases that we talked about. We didn't talk about it earlier, but like, hey, you know, it's never too late. It's never too late for tapestries.
There are tapestries.
We have many tapestries.
We have many tapestries. Go check out all the tapestries, papaswolio.com. Turn your home into a castle. Turn your apartment into a castle. Do you have a castle? Like, do you actually have a castle if you don't have tapestries? I mean, it's a valid question. Methinks not. So go and pick up a tapestry today. Buy one, get one, 50% off tapestries over at papaswolio.com. Shameless tapestry plug, but that's how we do it. And we will see you tomorrow for 3564. Peace, McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies, you choosing pop.